Oh shit. Shit is getting real. You ever been surrounded by a bunch of crackheads? That's pretty much the same thing that happened in this I say fucking chapter, in this issue of The Walking Dead. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into issue of Walking Dead, issue 2 of Walking Dead. Anyway, you already know he put a bullet in that one girl, got in the car, he's heading on out. Now he can't get any fucking gas. You already know what's going on. Shit's about to get real when you can't get any gas. Shoot, it's probably worse than it is now, and it's free. You don't have to pay for it. It's free. Anyway, the car fucking runs out of gas. Now he tried to look, give it some effort to see if he could find something, couldn't. So he rolls up on his house, knocks on the door. I'm guessing he's checking to see maybe somebody might be in there. Turns out there are some people in there. Motherfucker's dead and shit. Shit smells so bad he comes running out the joint and throws up. But he noticed there's a barn. Goes inside said barn. He got another ride. A nice little stallion. Shoot. And the stallion doesn't need gas. But it needs to be fed. That's the only problem. And it doesn't have as much mileage or as much speed as a damn car. But anyway, he goes ahead and goes for the stallion. He notices this little hatchet, right there. You see it in the other chat. Other page too. Where is it? Right there. You can see it in the other page. I don't know if y'all can see it, but you can see it right there. But he just happens to notice it on his way out. He said, "You know what? That might come in handy." So my boy straps up, takes that bitch out, hits the open trail, hits the dusty road or whatever, with a bag full of fucking guns. Dude's armed to the teeth. Anyway, he makes it to Atlanta. You can see everything's fucked up. It's fucked up royally. I mean royally. Shit looks like a deserted island. Now, here's the bad thing about walkers. If there's nothing to eat, some of them get complacent and they just sit around until something comes in, for them to eat. So that's why the city's so dangerous. He walked in there, he just seen a few of them lying there or whatever. But when they see him, they start rolling up on him. Now he runs into a horde, but behind him are all the ones that was sitting there waiting for him. You understand? They were just sitting there in the cut somewhere until he came in. So when he finally gets in there, then they come up behind him. By the time he turns around, it's already too late. That explains exactly how these motherfuckers can have you surrounded, even though they're slow. Because once you got to that point, that was enough time for them to get come up from behind. And of course, he didn't see a lot of them because they was laying in the cut, just sitting down, laying there. Some of them is, on the ground or whatever. So you couldn't really tell how many it was or who was there. So that's how they snuck up on my man. Anyway, he tries to get the fuck out of there, but he's surrounded. He falls off the horse because the horse bucking. They're tearing at the damn horse's ankles and shit like that. Horse is bucking. He falls off. Most of them go for the horse. The horse is the biggest piece of meat there, so of course they go for the horse. He falls, and one of them goes for him. Matter of fact, there's a couple of them going for him, but this is the first one that happens to get to him. Puts the hatchet right, and buries that shit in his brain. Shit, and it worked. Anyway, he tries to make a run for it, but it's like, god damn, they're all over the place. He had to start busting. He had no choice but to start, swinging that damn axe. Had the gun out, everything. Because he was surrounded. I mean, it wasn't much he could do. Anyway, behind the corner, you already know who was there. My man Glenn. Glenn comes out. He just happened to be in the area. Comes out to help him. He tells him everything he needs to know. He said, "Yo, we gotta get to the top of this fucking building to get out their way." So Glenn knows this area. He's been there, a good amount of times, and he's familiar with how to maneuver around walkers. Anyway, they make it up the fire escape, get to the top of the building. My man Glenn, he's jumping across buildings, no problem. It's sort of like that movie Juice when they was running from the cops. and get up to the top of the building. They jump across the building, and the cops like, uh-oh. So I don't know about jumping over that damn building. And Glenn did it no problem. He just took the fuck off. He's young, in shape, and he's ready. Anyway, Rick, he got a whole bunch of shit strapped up to his back, and he's a little bit older. Anyway, he jumps. Like Glenn told him, he said, yo, you gotta jump. If you don't jump, shoot, where you gonna go? You just gonna sit up here and starve? He said, and we gotta make it down this building before they start, crowding around this building. Anyway, he jumps, and he almost didn't make it. And Glenn tells him, yo, you could have threw your shit over first. That way you would be lighter, and then you could go ahead and jump. I guess Rick wasn't thinking too straight. I guess with all that shit on him, it was hard, just coming out of a near life or death situation, it was hard to think on his feet. Anyway, Glenn is taking them back to his camp. He tells them he got a camp or whatever. There's a few people there, whatever. He's taking them back. You see, Rick is not used to this. He's not paying attention to some of the random walkers that just happen to be there, on the spot at that time. Some laying around that you might run into. Glenn, he's got his eyes are peeled. He knows what to look for. He knows the telltale signs. He's ready. You understand? So anyway, they get to the woods, and he tells them he has, about the camp, what's going on, everything, yada yada yada. Everybody in the city is pretty much dead. The only people that's aren't dead is the people that came late, people that didn't make it to the city. The city was the worst place to be. You understand? So he said that he was one of the the latecomers or whatever. Anyway, when he gets to the camp, realizes damn wife and son is there, and they hug it out. That's the end for that issue, for issue 2. Now anyway. Issue 2, I liked it. Great issue. He's just meeting up with the family again. There's really not much to go over. They just introduced Glenn, which is one of the main characters in there. You see how the zombie virus spreads so fast. When people stacked up on top of each other like sardines, it don't take nothing but one person to turn and start biting the shit out of everybody. So they explained that. And, that's pretty much it with the synopsis. There's not much really to go over other than that. What would I give this? I would give this issue, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I think they did that pretty much perfectly from beginning to the end, in this issue. But the only thing about the actual episode that this was on, first, they introduced more characters. Meryl's just a funny motherfucker, so that added more to it. The fight with with Meryl and all them, that was good. I liked the tension that they had with that, and I think they upgraded it in the live action show because that scene with the tank. That scene with the tank was just off the chain. When he got surrounded and he ran up under that tank, that kind of it made it seem more real. Why? Because it's more, with the tank being there, he crawls up under the tank. That gives him a little bit of time because the walker's not under that tank. So it makes his escape seem more realistic. And then when you got the I'm not saying that he couldn't escape this one, but I'm just saying that it was just a little bit better with the tank there because he's not right out in the open. He has some kind of cover. Then when they surrounded him and he put that gun to his head, that was a powerful damn moment. Damn. That part, like, I couldn't. When I seen that, I was like, damn, he's surrounded. That's the best choice. I mean, that makes sense. But just seeing that, it was like the shock value, but the realisticness of it. Some people say, I never commit suicide, so you'd rather get torn the hell apart? Shit. So I can understand Rick doing that. But then when he looks up, he sees the tank is open, which makes sense, too. The motherfucker probably was trying to get the hell out of there as fast as possible and crawled out from under the tank or whatever. And when you see when he goes in the tank, there's a walker in there. So the people that was in there, one of them turned, the other people tried to get out or something like that. It makes perfect sense. He just happened to put the gun up to his head, getting ready to take himself out, looks up, oh shit, climbs up in there. He said, I saved myself another minute. So, like I said, this issue, 10 out of 10. Or 5 out of 5, which I usually do with the other stuff. I don't know why I just started doing 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. But in the live action, it's still a 10 out of 10, but I think they just did a little bit better. They added a little bit more to it, it was, you had the whole thing with the, they had to deal with multiple people. You got to see more about Glenn. Glenn was talking about how he was doing well when he was by himself and things of that nature. That was good. I think they developed Glenn a little bit more, and they had a couple more characters to deal with, and they had to get more people out of that place at one time. I think the danger was a little bit more with more people, instead of just them two trying to get out. So yeah, 10 out of 10, but I think the episode was a little bit better because they added a little bit more to it. Let me see what y'all guys got in the comments. Shane gets killed. Okay, yeah. When is it starting? I don't know when he's starting the stream right now. Oh, the dude was waiting for the stream. Okay. Okay, we got a dumbass question. We got another dumbass question. And we got another dumbass answer. I'm doing all right. Yes, it did start. So I don't know. Okay, and we got another dumbass comment. Okay, now we finally got a decent comment. What's up, Anime Blaze? I only have the PDFs of the comics. I want the actual issues. Okay, we ain't really got nothing to really go over in the comment section. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this off. Comment, like, subscribe. Anime and manga means more. People getting caught with crackheads. That's basically what it was like, getting caught with fucking crackheads. I mean, they walk around look like some half-dead motherfuckers, don't they? Peace.